What is up mga higala? Ako na po ni si Krizby, and for this video mga higala, I will be sharing to you kung magkano yung binabayaran ko using the FUJIDENZO 0.6 horsepower aircon. And also, stick around because I will be teaching you how to compute the power consumption of any device in your house mga higala. So, before that, let's roll the intro. Alright mga higala, so before we start, I just want to level your knowledge. So in this video, I will be using the term kilowatt hour. So ito yung ginagamit nila para ma-compute yung bill natin. And if you look at our meter, yung mga numbers sa meter natin, those are kilowatt hours. And also, in every electricity provider mga higala, iba-iba yung kilowatt hour rate nila. For example, yung amin is Sipalco. Yung electricity provider namin is Sipalco, and meron silang 10 pesos and 6 centavos kilowatt hour rate. If you compare that to Meralco, meron lamang silang nasa 8.8 to 9 pesos kilowatt hour rate. So these numbers are not fixed. Every month, nag-iiba siya ng around 1 centavo to 5 centavos. So hindi naman ganun kalaki yung changes niya mga higala. So, if you do not know your kilowatt hour rate of your electricity provider, you can just simply Google it. Example, you can search Meralco kilowatt hour rate. Or if you cannot find it in Google, you can compute it manually using your latest receipt, mga higala. You can get the bill without the tax, and you divide it with the kilowatt hour consumed on that billing, and you will get your kilowatt hour rate sa electricity provider. Okay, mga higala. So, now alam na natin kung magkano yung kilowatt hour rate ng electricity provider natin. So, i-share ko na sa inyo kung magkano yung binabayaran ko. First, yung without aircon muna. Okay? So, yung daily consumption ko without the aircon is nasa 6.5 kilowatt hour per day. So, if you convert that into the Sipalco rate, I will be paying 68 pesos per day using the Sipalco rate, and in 1 month I will pay 2,000 pesos per month. So if you convert that with the Meralco rate, I will be paying 58 pesos per day if I consume 6.5 kilowatt hour every day, and every month I'll be paying 1,750 pesos. So as you can see, the difference mga higala, napakalaki, di ba? Yung kilowatt hour rate ng Sipalco is 10.6 pesos at sa Meralco naman is only 9 pesos. So, sa final billing, sa 1 month billing, nasa 300 pesos yung difference nila. So, nagdedepende talaga yan kung magkano yung kilowatt hour rate ng electricity provider mo. Okay, now I will be sharing to you kung magkano yung dagdag na binabayaran ko using the aircon for 8 hours every day. And yung daily consumption namin from 6.5 kilowatt hours without the aircon, naging 10.5 kilowatt hours per day na. So that means yung FUJIDENZO 0.6 horsepower aircon, nagkukonsume siya ng 4 kilowatt hours every 8 hours. Okay? And if you convert that into the Sipalco rate, yung daily additional bill ko is nasa 42 pesos. So dagdag lang yan. And if you multiply that to 30, nasa 1,300 pesos per month yung additional bill ko. So with the FUJIDENZO aircon. So my bill without the aircon was 2,000 pesos, and nadagdagan siya ng 1,200 to 1,300 pesos with the aircon. So a total of 3,300 pesos yung total bill ko every month with the Sipalco rate. So if you convert that into the Meralco rate, nasa 36 pesos per day lang yung babayaran mo using the FUJIDENZO aircon for 8 hours. And every month, meron kang 1,080 pesos per month na additional bill if you use the FUJIDENZO 0.6 horsepower aircon for 8 hours a day. So in conclusion mga higala, I can't really tell if tipid ba talaga tong aircon na to, kasi depende na yan sa budget mo, and also depende yan sa kilowatt hour rate ng electricity provider mo. In my case, 1,300 pesos a month is okay for me. Kasi I was expecting na 1,500 pesos yung babayaran ko every month with the aircon. But it's lesser than I expected. So for me, medyo matipid siya. Okay siya. But if you're living somewhere na mababa yung kilowatt hour rate nila, nasa 6 pesos lang, so sobrang mura talaga ng aircon na to. Sobrang tipid talaga. Depende na lang sa kilowatt hour rate ng electricity provider mo. Okay, now I will teach you how to compute the power consumption of any electronic device that you have, mga higala. So first, we need 3 things. Sa una, kailangan natin alam kung magkano yung kilowatt hour rate ng electricity provider natin, as what I've mentioned in the previous part of the video. And dapat alam natin kung ilan yung power input ng device natin, yung watts or wattage. So makikita mo yung watts na yan nasa sticker ng device natin or naka-engrave sa device natin. May number doon with the W unit. So you will be using that, mga higala. And also, kailangan natin yung calculator. So if you don't need a calculator, that's okay. And for the formula, kung paano i-compute yung power consumption ng any device, ito yung gagamitin natin. Wattage times hours used. And we divide that into 1,000 because we're trying to get the kilowatt hour. So that is how you get the kilowatt hour of any device, mga higala. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example. So let's use the FUJIDENZO Aircon 0.6 horsepower. If you look at the yellow paper of the aircon, meron siyang nakalagay dito na power input na 510 watts. So gagamitin natin yan. So if you cannot find the wattage of a device, you can just simply Google it. For example, rice cooker, 1 liter. How many wattage? Or stand fan, how many wattage? Okay? So this example, gagamitin natin yung FUJIDENZO aircon. So let's say we are using the aircon for 16 hours. So we multiply 510 to 16. And we will have a total of 8,160, and you divide that into 1,000 to get the kilowatt hour of the power consumed when we are going to use the aircon for 16 hours. So nasa 8.16 kilowatt hour. If we convert that into the Sipalco rate, yung babayaran mo is nasa 86 pesos per day if we use the aircon for 16 hours. So if we convert that into the Meralco rate, ito yung babayaran natin. Nasa 73 pesos lang. So, 12 pesos lesser than the Sipalco. Okay, so I'm gonna give you another example. So, itong electric fan natin. Kasi marami sa atin dito sa Pilipinas gumagamit ng electric fan every day. So, a regular electric fan has a power input of 80 watts. Let's say we're using it for 16 hours every day. So if we multiply that by 80 by 16, we will have a total of 1,280 divided by 1,000, and the kilowatt hour of our electric fan would be 1.28 if we use it for 16 hours a day. If we convert that into the Sipalco rate, meron tayong babayaran na 13.5 pesos per day. If you multiply that by 30, mga higala, nasa 400 pesos to 405 pesos a month yung binabayaran natin with the electric fan. If you have more than one electric fan, like let's say for example, dalawa yung electric fan mo, ginagamit mo 16 hours every day, so your bill would be 800 pesos per month just for the electric fan, mga higala. So we have to be very careful. And we have to monitor our electric fan usage kasi napakalaki ng nakukonsume niya. If we convert that into the Meralco rate, nasa 11.5 pesos per day lang. Okay, I'm gonna give you another example, mga higala. One common appliance that we use, that we Filipino use, is the rice cooker. And meron akong 1 liter na rice cooker that has a power input of 400 watts. And I use it twice a day lang. So if I use it, I only consume 30 minutes. So a total of 1 hour every day with the rice cooker. So if you multiply that into 1 hour, 400 to 1 hour, we will have 400 divided by 1,000. So yung kilowatt hour ng rice cooker for using it for 1 hour every day is nasa 0.4 lang. If we convert that into the Sipalco rate, so yung everyday bill mo, everyday na babayaran mo using the rice cooker is nasa 4 pesos a day lang. If you multiply that into 30, nasa 120 pesos lang yung babayaran mo every month with the rice cooker for using it for 1 hour. If you use that for 2 hours, nasa 240 yung bill mo every month. So for the Meralco rate, ito yung babayaran. Hindi ganun kalaki yung rice cooker. Though it has a really big power input, 400, pero you're using it less, so medyo mababa yung bill mo using these kind of devices. Alright, so that's it mga higala. So knowing how to compute your power consumption is a very important skill mga higala. So if you're like me who is on a budget and who is always monitoring kung magkano yung babayaran ko, napakalaking tulong to if you know how to compute it. In this way, you can easily budget your power consumption. Alright, so if you find this video helpful and informative, please do consider subscribing to my channel so I can make more of these videos. So before I end the video, I would just like to give a big shout out to my channel members, Gerard and Kentoy. Thank you so much for all your support, my friends. I love you, and also to my viewers who gave me a super chat. Siege, big shout outs to you as well, my friend. Thank you so much, and I will see you on my next vlog. Bye bye.